How do businesses develop their marketing mixes? Some stress image, some stress price, some stress product features. They all start with consumers. Consumers are at the center of the marketing mix. Electric Paintbrush designs the screen art for video games. They create different color schemes for the different market segments that the games will target. For example, they use bright colors for children, more realistic colors for adults, and very realistic, high-resolution images for Japanese consumers. These demographically different groups prefer different color combinations and different degrees of detail. Because customers can be so different, businesses often employ separate marketing mixes for different target markets. This is part of applying the marketing concept that stresses aiming all company efforts at satisfying customer needs. It is no big surprise that video games are very popular with kids. Indeed, they spend $620 million a year at the video arcade. Yet, youthful consumers also spend their money on many other things. Of preteens' estimated $14.3 billion in annual income, $1.15 billion is spent on apparel, $2.6 billion on toys and bikes, $3.2 billion on food, $797 million on movies and spectator sports, $620 million at the video arcade, and $530 million on electronics. Preteens' spending power increased dramatically between 1989 and 1991, and they promise to be an influential consuming group. The dynamic demographic makeup of the U.S. presents challenges and opportunities to marketers. The Hispanic population, for example, has grown 71% since 1980, compared to 11% for the whole population. In 1991, the Hispanic segment pulled in $196.8 billion in income, a 206% increase over the past dozen years. Now, at 24.9 million, Hispanic consumers make up to 10% of the U.S. marketplace. By the year 2015, the U.S. Hispanic population is expected to reach 40 million. Unlike other minority groups, this group is identified not so much by its race as by its cultural values, language, and heritage. The Hispanic group is distinguished from other subcultures by its use of the Spanish language, its strong Catholic tradition, and its close family ties. Hispanic families tend to be larger and younger than non-Hispanic families. The average Hispanic family has 3.4 members compared to 2.6 members for the average American family. Parents follow traditional personal roles. Because they are younger, a greater proportion of this population is in school. 14% of the U.S. public school students are of Hispanic origin. Some research suggests that Hispanics are more brand loyal than non-Hispanics. This population is geographically concentrated in urban areas in the United States. In fact, it is very possible that the second largest Spanish-speaking city in the world may soon be Los Angeles or Chicago. Some of the largest spenders in Hispanic media are Procter & Gamble, Philip Morris, Anheuser-Busch, Sears Roebuck, Colgate-Palmolive, and McDonald's. Tianjis in California and Fiesta Marts in Texas have taken advantage of this demographic opportunity and designed distinct marketing mixes.
Sensaciones, emociones, tradiciones, es para ti fiesta.
¿Aproximadamente con cuántos diferentes productos de frutas y legumbres cuenta una sucursal de Fiesta? ¿400?
No, mucho más.
¿600?
Solo hay una manera de saber con seguridad, Andrés.
No querrás que los cuente.
Un mundo entero en sabores y ofertas.
Fiesta es para ti. Y esta semana en nuestro departamento de frutas y legumbres, llévese hasta 4 aguacates sabrosos por solo $1. Imagínese el rico guacamole que se puede preparar.
Aproveche estas y muchas otras ofertas en nuestro departamento de frutas y legumbres en su supermercado Fiesta.
Es para ti.
665, 666.
¿Y los limones?
Ah, sí, y 660. Ay, ¿en qué me quedé?
Spanish language advertising, as well as other languages, is just one part of the marketing mix that Fiesta prepares for its special markets. Starting out in 1972 to serve the Hispanic community, Fiesta now provides a product mix for diverse ethnic markets in the Houston area. At its 20 locations throughout the area, Fiesta emphasizes service, selection, value, and fun as it caters to a variety of tastes and cultures.
We feel that Fiesta has really become a fun place to shop and save. We've advertised over the years that, of course, Fiesta in Spanish is party time, and we've tried to make it a real fun place, and we feel like we've accomplished that. That's our whole purpose, is to offer them better products, better service, and higher qualities.
We thought we would go in there and give the people what they wanted and when they wanted it, especially the product that they're used to eating from their countries. And it has worked very well for us.
Mass quantities of unusual foods make Fiesta something of a tourist attraction. The product mix at each store is chosen expressly to meet the cultural and ethnic needs of the surrounding area. Local entrepreneurs are also encouraged to set up shop in leased spaces toward the front of the store.
Fiesta Prize Break Bonus.
Houston's basketball team won last night, and so will you today at Fiesta. 4 one-pound packages of parquet margarine for $1, only today and only at Fiesta.
Ayer ganó nuestro equipo de básquetbol y hoy gana usted ahorrando en Fiesta. Margarina Parquet, 4 paquetes de 1 libra a $1, solo hoy, solo en Fiesta.
Fiesta has successfully developed a marketing mix that appeals to the special needs of its target market. Having identified key target market characteristics on which to base the marketing mix, marketers must then turn their attention to influencing consumers' decisions. Research shows that memory plays an important role in getting brands into consumers' consideration sets. In other words, before they can decide to purchase, it is necessary for consumers to remember alternative brands as part of their information search. Marketers take this into account by providing memory aids when they aim marketing communications at people who don't need the product at the moment. The objective is that when people do need the product, they will remember the brand name. The familiar NESTLES jingle is a good example. So are these ads for Stolichnaya vodka. Ads such as these not only build brand awareness, but help consumers remember the brand name by providing the Solar Association for remembering Stoli. Once consumers have collected information, they evaluate it. If a brand is better than its competitors on key attributes, then it makes sense to emphasize these attributes in ads. Doing so encourages consumers to focus on these attributes when they compare brands.
The Polaroid one-step flash with a new close-up lens. Now under 30 bills.
Polaroid was successful with this campaign, which focused on the price attribute and used humor to help make the price memorable. Conveying information on specific attributes encourages consumers to focus on the stressed attributes, often overlooking other attributes when comparing brands. Also note that some consumers may place different importance on different product attributes. For some video game purchasers, such as the Japanese, superior color resolution is a very important and possibly decision-determining attribute. Note how much more realistic this enlarged image appears compared to the one designed for a different market. This superiority would not sway a purchase decision for anyone who does not care how much color resolution the video images have, as long as the game is in the right price range and provides the preferred level of challenge. Many advertisers focus on conveying brand attribute information. Automobiles are good examples.
This was our most ambitious project ever. It had to be. because reaching a new level required new solutions, new technology. Virtually every facet of this car is a new direction. Aerodynamics, suspension, the interior, even the windshield wiper system is a significant advance.
So it's all about advanced technology.
It's so much car for space, strength, safety reasons, but you hardly notice because it feels so quick, so agile. We have a new suspension, new steering and braking technology. We developed 4 new engines, a limited production V12, 2 multi-valve V8s, a 6-cylinder, and there's a 6-cylinder turbo diesel, of course. These are very responsive engines, every one. The performance is going to astonish a few people. I'm sure that every current S-Class owner will see that this car is a genuinely significant advance in so many areas. They will find the new S-Class not just a bit smoother, a bit quieter and roomier, a little bit more responsive and so on, but dramatically better in every way. In so many ways, it's like every Mercedes before, yet like no Mercedes before. Driving it is the only way to see and feel how different this car is from anything else. For this generation of engineers and designers, it's the car of a lifetime. I think it just may be the car of a lifetime for the driver too.
In contrast, Infiniti chose not to try to distinguish itself in terms of superior attributes. Rather than encourage customers to compare on bundles of attributes, they claim a philosophical difference.
You know what videos like this are supposed to be like. First you'd see a shot of the car screaming over a hill. You'd hear lots of engine noises and whoosh. Then some guy with a deep, overly dramatic voice would drone on about foot-pounds of torque, top speeds, coefficients of drag, stuff like that. So why are we showing you a Japanese rock garden instead? Because impressive performance and advanced technology are only a part of the 2 cars we want to tell you about. It's a new line called Infiniti. Probably you've heard of it. No, it's a new luxury performance division from Nissan, and it has more to do with what you see here than with 1,000 shots of cars. The Japanese word for garden is Niwa. Literally translated, it means pure place. There are 2 models in the Infiniti line, the Q45, a 4-door luxury sedan, and the M30, a sporty coupe. They're both outstanding performers, and both, feature by feature, compete very aggressively with any car you're considering. But there is a difference, and that difference is something we can't really show you. It is philosophical, cultural, as integral to their heritage as cars designed in Bavaria, Britain, or Detroit. A vision of luxury that is uniquely Japanese, a concept based on balance, on harmony, tranquility, not on impressing the neighbors, but enhancing the driver. We'd very much like for you to drive these cars, to understand this difference, to experience it for yourself at a showroom. When you do, we hope you don't come away saying, wow, that was a powerful car, or that was comfortable. Instead, we hope you come away saying that it felt perfect, that you loved the experience of driving it. Then you've experienced an entirely new kind of luxury. It's called Infiniti.
The purchase decision, they seem to say, should come from the heart, not the mind. Regardless of the anatomical source of the purchase decision, it is important that consumers be satisfied with their purchase. Post-purchase satisfaction can affect a consumer's next decision. Many retailers, in fact, focus on consumer satisfaction to gain competitive advantage in the marketplace. This is illustrated by Stu Leonard's customer satisfaction policy. Customers are a diverse group of individuals. Their behavior is influenced by their age, income and cultural background, their search for the ability to remember information to aid purchase decisions, their satisfaction with past purchases, and many other factors. They are sometimes elusive, but their diversity provides many opportunities for marketers.